Did you know that missing just one small area in your daily shower could be quietly shaving years off your life? It might sound exaggerated, but science is beginning to confirm something that's both surprising and serious. Certain neglected areas of the body, especially as we get older, can become hidden hotspots for bacteria, sweat, and fungus. And here's the issue. Most of us aren't even aware we're skipping them. These are parts of the body we assume are fine with a rinse. But over time, the buildup in these places can silently trigger infections, circulation problems, and immune issues that sneak up without warning. In this video, we're diving into 5 body parts that seniors often forget to clean thoroughly. Places that don't just affect how we feel on the outside, but how our bodies function on the inside. One of them, often overlooked, is directly connected to your immune system, and cleaning it properly takes less than 10 seconds a day. That simple act could help protect your health more than you've ever imagined. So stay with us until the very end. These small changes could make a big difference. Let's jump in. Number 1, the feet. The feet, one of the hardest working yet most neglected parts of the body, especially as we grow older. They carry us through life, through every errand, every walk, every moment standing at the stove or strolling through the garden. And yet, they're also one of the first places we stop paying attention to in daily hygiene routines. It might seem like letting warm water run over them in the shower is enough. But the truth is, it's not. Especially for older adults dealing with slower circulation, diabetes, or lower immune resilience, skipping intentional foot care can open the door to dangerous problems. Warm, moist spaces, particularly between the toes and under the nails, are prime real estate for fungal infections. A simple patch of athlete's foot might seem minor at first, but for seniors, that can quickly escalate into cellulitis or even a chronic skin ulcer that's painful and slow to heal. And here's something few people talk about. Many seniors can't feel the early warning signs of foot issues because of reduced nerve sensitivity. That means infections often go unnoticed until they've already taken root, making them much more difficult to treat. But it's not just fungus. Dry, cracked heels, buildup of dead skin, and lingering sweat all weaken the natural barrier of the skin, creating a pathway for bacteria to sneak into your bloodstream. The good news: it only takes 5 to 10 seconds per foot to prevent most of this. A gentle daily wash, between the toes, under the nails, around the heel, can dramatically reduce your risk. And don't stop there. After thoroughly drying your feet, take one more step. Apply a little moisturizer. This doesn't just make your skin soft, it strengthens its resilience. Think of it as vascular maintenance more than skin care. Why? Because the feet are often where declining health first shows up. Swelling, discoloration, numbness. They're far from your heart and brain, but they're full of clues. And yet we ignore them. Maybe because they're out of sight. Maybe because bending down gets harder with age. But your feet deserve your attention. They've earned it. So next time you shower, don't just let water slide past and assume they're clean. Reach down, gently scrub, and care for them like they've cared for you. Because the path to longer, stronger living might just begin at your feet. Number 2, the scalp. Many people assume that if their hair is thinning, cut short, or even completely gone, there's no need to worry about the scalp anymore. But that assumption can quietly lead to major problems. Because the scalp, even without hair, is living skin, and it has needs just like every other part of your body. As we age, the scalp can become a hidden trap for oil, sweat, dead skin cells, and tiny airborne pollutants. Unlike the hands or face, we don't often touch or examine this area, so small issues are easy to miss. Over time, that buildup doesn't just sit harmlessly on the surface. It can trigger a chain reaction. Inflammation, irritation, and even compromise your immune system's barrier defenses. For older adults, scalp care is about far more than cosmetic maintenance. Flaking and dryness may seem harmless, but they can become the start of low-grade infections that worsen with age. In some cases, bacteria can enter through tiny breaks in the scalp, especially if there are existing sores or weakened follicles. And here's a little-known fact. The scalp has one of the highest concentrations of sebaceous oil glands anywhere on the body. That means oil builds up faster here than in most places, especially under hats, wigs, or scarves. When it's not cleansed properly, that oil oxidizes, hardens, and turns the scalp into a breeding ground for unseen bacteria and fungi. Many seniors begin shampooing less frequently, afraid of damaging their thinning hair. While it's true that older hair can be more fragile, neglecting scalp cleansing entirely can do more harm than good. Even if you use no products at all, the skin on your scalp still needs regular cleaning. And the benefits of proper scalp care go beyond hygiene. Even just a gentle 2-minute massage during your wash boosts circulation to the brain and face, supports lymphatic drainage, and can ease tension, improving mental clarity and stress levels. If your hair is fine, thin, or even completely gone, your scalp still deserves that daily touch. Use a mild shampoo or even just warm water with a soft cloth. Massage with intention. Reach around the ears, the crown, the base of the skull. Think of it like tending to the soil, even if the grass no longer grows. A healthy scalp supports a healthier nervous system, better sleep, and even improved confidence. Your head carries your thoughts, your memories, your stories, and the skin that wraps around it deserves the same care you'd give to your hands or face. So don't skip the scalp. Don't assume it's clean just because it's out of sight. Take a moment each day to wash and revive it. Your scalp will thank you, and so will your body, even if it never says it out loud. Number 3, the navel area. It might be small, easy to miss, and hidden in plain sight. But the navel or belly button can quietly become one of the dirtiest and most dangerous places on the body if it's not cleaned properly. And for older adults, that risk grows without you even realizing it. As we age, flexibility decreases. We can't twist, turn, or reach quite like we used to. And in that slow shift, tiny places like the navel area get skipped during our daily showers. You might think, it's just a little indentation. What harm could it really cause? But inside that tiny hollow, a surprising combination of sweat, soap residue, dead skin cells, lint, and bacteria gathers day after day. When left uncleaned, it becomes a moist, warm, and dark environment. A perfect petri dish for bacteria, yeast, and even fungal growth. One infection that can develop is called omphalitis, and while it's often associated with newborns, it's becoming more common in older adults, especially those with weakened immune systems or diabetes. The signs may be subtle at first. A little redness, a slight odor, a bit of discharge. But those symptoms often go unnoticed until the infection has spread deeper, making recovery more complicated and prolonged. In more extreme cases, hardened gunk known as navel stones can form. These foul-smelling, dark-colored masses often require medical removal, and they're not rare. They happen quietly when the navel is ignored for too long. And yet, the prevention takes less than 30 seconds a day. Here's what to do. During your daily wash, wrap a clean fingertip in a soft cloth or cotton swab. Use warm water with a bit of gentle soap and gently clean inside the navel. No rough scrubbing, just enough to loosen buildup. Afterward, pat it completely dry. This step is critical because lingering moisture can invite microbes right back in. If you've had abdominal surgery, excess skin, or deep folds in the area, pay even closer attention. These structural changes create hidden crevices where bacteria can flourish unnoticed. Think of it this way. The navel may not be glamorous, but it's a gateway to your core. Ignoring it may not seem like a big deal, until it becomes one. And in your later years, where healing is slower and infections take a heavier toll, something as simple as cleaning your belly button becomes an act of preventative medicine. So don't overlook it. Give this little spot the care and respect it quietly deserves. Because in the end, it's often the parts we can't see that carry the greatest risks and the greatest opportunities to protect ourselves. Number 4, the under breast area. For many older women, and even some men, the area beneath the breasts becomes a quiet source of discomfort and irritation, yet it's often one of the most overlooked regions of the body in daily hygiene routines. That soft fold of skin, almost always hidden beneath layers of fabric, carries more risk than people realize, especially as we age. This space tends to be warm, moist, and poorly ventilated, making it a perfect breeding ground for bacteria and fungus. When not cleaned and dried thoroughly every day, it can quickly develop into intertrigo, a red, itchy rash caused by friction, heat, moisture, and microbial overgrowth. At first, it may seem harmless, just a little redness or a bit of itching. But left alone, it can turn into painful sores, open wounds, or chronic fungal infections that require long-term treatment. Women who have had breast surgery, experienced weight changes, or are navigating the natural sagging of skin with age are especially vulnerable. And since this area is rarely visible in a mirror, problems can go unnoticed until they become severe. One of the most common mistakes older adults make is assuming a quick rinse in the shower is enough. But water alone won't cut it here. This area needs intentional care. Each day, lift the breast tissue gently and wash underneath with mild soap and warm water. Take time to rinse thoroughly, and most importantly, pat completely dry with a soft, clean towel, preferably one used only for this area. For those who sweat more or live in humid climates, adding a bit of unscented body powder, cornstarch, or a moisture-wicking barrier cream can help maintain dryness throughout the day. Why is this so critical? Because the skin here is thin and fragile. Once it breaks down, it can take weeks to heal, especially if infection sets in. But more than that, regular care helps you maintain physical comfort, mobility, and confidence, all of which matter deeply as we age. And let's be honest, there's something deeply empowering about caring for the parts of ourselves no one else sees. That quiet, private attention is a form of respect, not vanity. So whether you're getting dressed for the day or winding down before bed, take those few mindful moments to tend to this hidden but vital part of your body. Because comfort matters, dignity matters, and your skin, all of it, deserves to be protected, cherished, and treated with care. Number 5, the groin area. The groin is one of the most delicate and vulnerable parts of the body. And ironically, it's also one of the most neglected, especially in older adults. It's not that people don't care about hygiene. It's that subtle changes happen with age, and they often go unnoticed, until discomfort or infection makes itself known. As we age, skin loses elasticity, muscle tone shifts, and new folds form. These folds create pockets of moisture, warmth, and friction, the perfect environment for bacteria, yeast, and fungal overgrowth. Both men and women can experience problems here, but many people feel embarrassed to talk about it. Some don't even realize that minor irritation, a small rash, a persistent itch, could be the early warning sign of something more serious. The skin in the groin area is thin, fragile, and easily damaged. It's constantly exposed to friction from movement, tight underwear, and in some cases, prolonged sitting or incontinence. Even a tiny bit of trapped sweat or residual urine can quietly trigger jock itch, yeast infections, or folliculitis. Inflamed hair follicles. What starts as mild discomfort can quickly escalate. One of the unique dangers in this region is how close it sits to lymph nodes and internal organs. That means infections in the groin can spread faster and become more severe if not treated early. And here's the part many people overlook. Once the skin barrier is broken, healing in older adults is slower and more complicated. What used to go away in a day now lingers for weeks. That's why proactive care is non-negotiable. Washing the groin daily is essential, but it's how you wash that matters most. Use warm water, a fragrance-free gentle cleanser, and your bare hands or a soft cloth. Avoid rough scrubbing or drying with abrasive towels. Be thorough. Clean between all folds, around the inner thighs, and don't forget to rinse and pat completely dry. If you're prone to sweating, or if you wear tight garments or pads, applying a talc-free powder or a protective barrier cream after washing can help reduce friction and absorb excess moisture. For those managing incontinence, immediate washing after any accident, even a small one, is crucial. Don't wait until you feel itchy or sore. That's your skin's way of saying, "I'm already overwhelmed." Maintaining this hygiene routine doesn't just prevent infections. It also improves your mobility, your comfort, and yes, your confidence. When the groin is clean and healthy, everything from walking to sleeping becomes easier and less stressful. Think of this care as dignity in action. You're not just staying clean. You're protecting one of the most sensitive systems in your body. Every day, give this area the same compassion and thoroughness you would offer a loved one in your care. Because when you protect your groin, you're protecting your whole body from harm. When it comes to aging gracefully, it's not always the big decisions that define our journey. Often, it's the smallest daily habits that carry the biggest weight. At first glance, things like cleaning your feet or scalp might not seem like matters of health or longevity. But as we've seen in this video, these often overlooked areas are not just about hygiene. They're about maintaining comfort, dignity, and preventing serious health issues that quietly grow when neglected. So let me ask, which of these 5 areas surprised you the most? Was there one you hadn't thought much about until now? Wisdom in later life isn't just about grand lessons. It's also about noticing the quiet details, the way your body whispers before it shouts. These routines are your daily opportunity to protect and honor the body that's carried you this far. Gently, consistently, and with deep respect. If you've watched all the way to this point, I hope this video gave you more than just a checklist. I hope it gave you a new way to appreciate yourself and a fresh commitment to care for your body with intention. Because every time you wash these hidden areas, you're not just removing dirt. You're preserving the vessel that holds your story, your strength, and your spirit. Now it's your turn. Leave a comment below and share one small thing you learned or one habit you're planning to change. Your words matter. Your stories encourage us and others more than you know. And if this video helped you or made you reflect in any way, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support keeps us going and helps others discover the small things that can make a big difference. Thank you for being here, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.